Hello and good morning, everyone. Welcome to our National Training Week session. I am Husnina and I am delighted to be your host for today's session. So today we are honored to have our expert trainer, Mr. Fikri, who will be sharing his valuable insights on building your first dashboard with Microsoft Power BI. So as a reminder, kindly rename your profile to your registered name for attendance recording purposes. Other than that, please keep your microphones muted throughout the session to avoid any disruptions. And if you have any questions, feel free to type them into the chat box and Mr. Fikri will answer them accordingly. Hence, without further ado, I will hand over the floor to Mr. Fikri.
Thank you so much, Husnina. Okay, so first of all, I would like to thanks to Excel Academy for giving me opportunity to have this webinar. And Assalamualaikum and good morning to all. Happy Friday. I hope you're all doing well. And this Friday, so I hope for this 1 hour session, you're gonna have a chilling session with me. All right. So if you have any question about what's about this topic today, just feel free to drop in the chat box and I will answer. All right. So let me share my screen first. All right. One. Okay, so for this topic, I'm going to explain about how you will create or build your first dashboard. May I know any one of you have using Power BI before, or this is your first time using Power BI? Anyone? First time. Okay, Chi Yong. How about the rest? Yes, first time. All right, that's good. That's good. All right, so I will go step by step. All right, never use. It's okay. It's okay, Leon. I will try to guide from the first how you're going to download and we're going to view the first dashboard in 1 hour. All right. So let's start it. So dashboard. All right. When we say about dashboard, what do you understand about dashboard? Okay. So I think all of us know that dashboard is the one that the car. So this is called a dashboard. Means what? Means all information in one center, like in one screen. So in for the car, so the dashboard we have like the kilometer, the fuel, and all about information about the car. All right. But the dashboard that we want to going to build is this dashboard, which means the consolidation of or a group of a chart in one screen or in one sheet. All right, that's a call a dashboard or this one. So that is a full of information in one screen. So by just you view in one screen, you will know everything. All right, at least at the surface. Okay, so this is a dashboard. So what is Power BI? So Power BI basically is a business intelligence. The name Power BI taken from the business intelligence. What is business intelligence? Basically, it's from the raw data, right? So let's say you have a data. So if you work with your company, right? So, and then you download the data from the system, that is a raw data. So you haven't do anything. And then you're going to convert that data and do it in the BI, which is BI to Power BI. All right. So Power BI taken the name is from Business Intelligence, which is you're going to build a graph chart in one screen. Let's say in the one screen first, and then from the BI you have gonna have an insight, so you can monitoring or you can build your reports. All right. So this is interesting, and I think Power BI is the most useful BI tools compared to other, because what? Because most of the company use Microsoft product. So Power BI is the one of the Microsoft product, and it's free for you to use. All right, at least for you to create the dashboard is free. Okay. All right, so there's a few type of Power BI services. Okay, so you're going to build the dashboard, sorry, the Power BI, the dashboard from the desktop. So the left side is the Power BI desktop. And then from the desktop, which is you need to install in your laptop. And then once you have built the dashboard, and then you upload it into the Power BI services, which is online. All right, which is online. And then from the online, you can create a dashboard, small dashboard to your phone, to your mobile phone. All right, so that's great. Last time when I'm using back in 2019, there's no mobile phone features. So it's just desktop and services, but now it added the mobile phone. Okay, so this is the three services, but for the one that we're going to discuss for this 1 hour is for the Power BI desktop. Okay, so how you going to have this Power BI, where you can get this one? So the first one, we need to know the requirement. You need to have a laptop or personal computer, PC. All right. So you cannot use a tablet. You cannot use a phone to build the dashboard. All right. So we must have the laptop or PC to build the dashboard, to use the Power BI desktop. And then must have a window. I not recommend you use Apple product, because Apple product don't have the Power BI desktop. They have the Power BI online services, but that one is there's a slightly different features and limitation. All right, so I prefer using the Windows. And then not the other OS, so just a window. Okay, so and then the requirement from the Power BI, they request a Windows 10 and later, and at least 2 gig RAM, all this thing. So I think this is no issue for your current PC or laptop, because it's all up to date. And then there's a few way how you can get this Power BI desktop to install in your PC or laptop. First one is Microsoft Store. So you can go to Microsoft Store and then download from there, or you can download from official website. This is the easy ones. So you can just type in Google that I will show you. Type on Google, and then you can download from there, or you can log in if you have account. To create an account is free. Power BI services or Power BI online. You can Google type Power BI online, and then you can create an account, even though you have a Microsoft 365 account. But this one is a other like subsidiary company. So you need to create one more account for this one, Power BI services. And then from there, you can download the Power BI desktop. Okay, so this is the Microsoft Store, which is like the Apple App Store, right? So you can go there and then install, search looking for Power BI desktop and install. And this is the easy one, where you can go to download, you Google, search Power BI desktop, download. So you're gonna have like this kind, later I'll show you. And then you can download from there. All right. So for this one, let me try to open the link first, or you can QR this one. Okay, so this is the interface for you to download. If you don't know how to get this one, let me get it Google. All right. So from Google, you can just type Power BI desktop download. Okay. Usually the first link is the one that we're going to download. This is one. So this is the link, their website. When you scroll down, you can see the download button, but make sure you need to check what is your laptop or PC, what is called the bit, 64 or 32 bit. All right. So if 64, you download the 64, or 32 bit, you download the one that don't have mentioned that 64. So this is how you download, and then download and install. Right, simple. Go back to the slide. And then this is the one that Power BI online or service. So you need to log in there and then find the download button on top right and download the Power BI desktop. Simple. All right, let's go for demonstration. So before that, I'm going to share you the data so that if you have the Power BI desktop installed, you can follow what I'm doing. I will drop down in the chat box. Sending. Okay, send. So you can download that one. Meanwhile, I will open my Power BI. So this is the Power BI. Okay. So I just get the blank report. Okay. So if you have download the raw data and you have Power BI in your PC, you can follow what I'm doing right now. So first of all, this is the interface of the Power BI. And you can see that the top one is same as the other Microsoft product. So some features here. And on the left side, there's a few type of view, which is report view for you to create the dashboard or report. And then there's table view, but for now we haven't uploaded the data yet. And then there's a model view, and this one is a DAX, right? So we just focus on the report. And on your left, right side, you have a data tab here, visualization for you to create chart, and then filter. All right, so you can minimize this one. So from here, how are you going to upload, load the data into this Power BI? So there's a few options. If there's a blank, so you can see from here, there's give you option, or you can get from here, home and get data. So few options, not just Excel, but you can connect to SQL server, to your database, to your website, anything, right? So we just get the file, Excel file, and then taking the raw data that I just dropped in the chat box. So basically, we will open one more windows like this. And then from here, because in the file, there's only one sheet and one data set. So if you click on this one, you can see giving the preview of the data. All right. So just tick, make sure you tick here, and then you can load. This is if you want to load straight away. All right. If don't have any like adjustment or transform your data, means it's clean data. All right. And then if I want to change, you need to click the transform data. So let's say you want to remove everything, you want to change everything, right? So you need to click the transform data and it will open one more window, all right, which is Power Query Editor. You can see on top left, Power Query Editor. So Power Query basically is one features in Power BI where you can do data cleaning, all right? So before you load straight away to Power BI, you need to do to clean the data. Okay, so this is the top one is same as Microsoft other product. You can see all these features for you to transform. And then on the right side, you can see the apply step here, which means whatever you do on in this window, it will apply step on the right side. All right. And this setup only apply once. So means, let's say if you have other data you want to include, right? You want adding some more data. So you don't need to go back to this Power Query editor. You just go to Power BI and refresh. So this is all right? Okay. So for this one, the data is clean actually. All right, because it's 1 hour, so I just focus on the one that want to build a dashboard. But just to give you some ideas what it's all about. So let's say this one, the agent ID name, right? If you can see here, this is the column, the field for agent ID and name. So how I want to separate this one into two separate columns means the agent ID and the other column is for name. Okay, so I just click on this column on the header, and then you need to find where is it to split the column, which is this one under home tab. All right, transform group, split column, and then there's a few options by delimiter or by number of character. You can see from here. So I understand if I look at on the field here, the filter, I can see the agent ID is just 4-digit, right? 4-digit. So what I'm doing is I take the number of character and I'm gonna split. I will take this one once as far left as possible because we want to start from left. And number of character, I take 4. Let's see what happened. Is it taking 4 or take up to 5? So click OK, and then you can see now it's split by 2 separate columns. One is for agent name, and the other one is for name. Agent ID and name, sorry. Okay, so and then you can see on your right side here, apply step, apply. Just now we just have 4 steps. And then when you're doing the split column, it will adding few steps. All right. This is a simple one. Okay. So to rename the header, so I just double click here and then rename. Simple. Last time for you to do data cleansing, you need to have like basic SQL or some coding, right? And then manually in the Excel. But for this one, actually you can without knowing the programming language or SQL, but you can do like this one of the data cleansing, right? But if you can see on the top one, there's a formula applied, how it's to split the column. So now you have the ID and name. All right, it's good. Okay, so once done, let's say once done, so you can close and apply. So what happened is it will bring the cleans data that you have transformed into the Power BI. All right, now it's loading. And now it's loaded. All right, how you want to identify? You can see on your right side, there's a data tab here. All right, and then there's a data. So if you expand now, it's ready for us to create the dashboard chart. Okay, so if you can see here, the Power BI, they detect the format of the data. So let's say this is date, right? So you can see there's a small icon on the left side here, the calendar icon. All right, and then if there's a like number, then and it can aggregate. So it gives like symbol this one equation, right? So it's detect number. So which means we can sum or we can aggregate. Okay, so let's start. So if you want to look at the data, you can click on the left side here, table view. Wait a moment. All right. So now this is a table view. So you can scan column by column. What is this column for? All right. So basically, this is the sales data. So they have the name, agent ID, the time, where's the product is item type and item type group. This data is a pastry and type, right? And then from the pastry and type, you have a lot of item like croissant, baklava, all these things, cheese tart, custard type, sorry, yeah, pastry. So you can explore this one. Okay, so there's a item price, quantity of the number of sold, and then total sales. Total sales is the item price time the quantity, then the total sales. Okay, so I go back to report view. So we're gonna build this dashboard in this screen, just one screen, right? So first of all, I will put the title. So I will get the text box here, simple. And then I just type sales. We're gonna have build the sales dashboard. All right, sales performance dashboard. Okay, so let's say you can rename it whatever you want. All right. And then you can expand on the visualization here on the right side. So let's say if you don't know what chart you want to create, so you go back to the table view and then you identify what chart you want to create first. All right. So from here, because this is sales performance, so I will use the value total sales. We want to understand how much the total sales. And first one, I want to know by item type group because this is the by the group. I mean, we have just two, so we want to know which one is the most best seller. All right, is it pastry or type? So I go back to the report view, and for this one, because just two item group, so I will use the pie chart. So how? You just click on the pie chart and it will appear here. All right, so you can see here, and you can adjust first. And then there's few data field here that you need to add, right? So what based on the chart that we use. So every chart have different data field to add. Okay, so for this one, first we need to have the total sales. So I drag. You can drag or click, but best practice is to drag, right? Because we don't know where it will put this data into the field. So the total sales, which is the one that can aggregate, we pull in the value, right? So now you have one circle with total value. It's okay. Then next, you need to put a legend, which is we want to identify the item type group. So drag this one, and now you know what is the item type group, pastry and type. Right, simple, just drag, and then you have this nice chart. Okay, let's say if you want to change the color, all right, so you don't change this one one by one. What you need to do, you go to the view and then you change the template, the color template. So there's a ready-made template here. So let's say I want to use like the green and blue. So I pick here, or you can customize your theme on down here. All right. So you can pick whatever you want. The best practice is you need to follow the company color code. Okay, so mine is blue. And then this one, you can change all this legend and then all the information detail here. You need to click on the chart and then go to visualization here. You can see format your visual. So if you click here, this is for this one, this icon for you to drag or change, adding the data field. All right. And for this one, format your visual for you to change whatever in the chart. Let's say this one legend, I don't want this legend, I turn off the legend. So as simple as that. All right. Or you don't want to put legend on your right, you can make it on top center like this. Okay. So for this one, I don't want this legend because usually I will include in this label. So this label you can change from this one. You can appear all detail label. So now you know that this is start and pastry. All right. So I make it smaller. And then this title you can change. So this one you need to discover. All right. There's a lot. Every chart have different format visual setting. So this is the one that for visual and general. So you need to explore this one. So let's say if I want to change this title, I expand this title and I rename on this thing. Yeah. Oh, Fikri. This total sales is the in currency ringgit Malaysia, but how I want to appear the to show the ringgit Malaysia here, right? So that's a question that you can Siti Nofaiza, how about combo chart? Later we're going to combo chart, right? So we're gonna build like 3 or 4 chart. So for this one, first, the number, you can change the format from here, table view. So let's say this total sales you want to appear, you want to show the ringgit Malaysia, right? So make sure you click on the header to select all column, and then you can change this one. Yeah. I need to find where's the ringgit Malaysia here. Let me find it. Ringgit. Yeah, I found it. So once you click this one, all change to ringgit Malaysia. And when you go back to report view, all this one appear the ringgit Malaysia. Okay. So this is the first chart. Simple. Everyone can do, right? So you can now you can view the pie chart. Next, we're going to view what, let's say we go back to view table view. So now we have the item type group. So from this item type group, you want to know what item type that have the best seller. Okay. So I will use bar chart for me to understand which one is the highest and lowest. All right. And I put beside this pie chart. And then you can see here, just now the pie chart has a different data field to add. And when you click the bar chart here, it's different. All right. So every chart has different. So you need to understand how is how it look like. All right. So for this one, there's a X and Y axis. So same goes to the pie chart. I will use total sales. I will put on the X axis. So is it X, Y? Yeah, X axis. All right. And then item type, I will put on Y axis. So now you know which item type have the most sales. Okay. So let's say if you want to understand like, okay, which one is start and which one is pastry, right? So you can just drop this item type group on legend. So now they given a different color. put. Okay, so let's say if you don't want all these things, right, and then you want to appear the label here, so that's all you can go to format your visual and change everything in here. All right, you need to explore. So for not legend, for the y-axis, I want to hide all the title and the value, or not value here, the x-axis value. So value I don't want here, and also the title I don't want. I just want to appear to show the data label like this. All right. So this one all you can setting, and you can adjust this one actually. All right. So let's say this label you want to put on the position is inside and so it's going to be like this side. All right. Usually my best practice I will use inside and. So and I want to change the title. Adjust the title so that everyone will understand what it's all about. Okay, that's good. And the third one, I will let's say what data that we have. I think I want to understand about the agent name. All right, who is the top agent? So same, I will use the bar chart. Right, bar chart. And then I will drag the total sales on x-axis and name on y-axis. And do the same. I minimize this title, y-axis value, and x-axis value. So now your chart looks more tidy. Okay. All right. So this is by default because the space is small. So let's say if this screen, right, or your size, you want to expand the size of this dashboard, you need to click on the background, this background of this screen. And then now you have like this visual and this icon, which is to format your report page. Okay, so click here and you can change this canvas setting. All right, first, this is by default. You change to custom. So let's say you want to expand this one on your right side, right? Means we expand the width. So 1280, I make it 1300. Okay. So now it's expand a little bit. So let's say I want to expand 1400. So now you can see that the canvas is expanding. So this is how you customize. Easy, simple. Okay, so now for sales data report, usually we will have like timeline, right, from January, because this data I given is the data of the year 2018 from January to December, January to December. Okay, so from here, we can use line chart. All right, so usually timeline we use line chart. So I'm gonna expand this one. Timeline usually will take space. So this is the best practice. You need to have one row for space for timeline. And then same goes to the other chart. You can drag this total sales on y-axis and then date on x-axis. All right. So now you have like timeline by day. This is by day. So how you want to know? You can see on your data field here, when you drag the date, because they identify the calendar date, right? So which is this icon, the calendar icon. And then automatically it will appear like year, quarter, month, and day. So usually I will just appear like, I will show just month because this is 1 year, so it's just a month for month lah. All right. So we can remove this day. So now the data change. And I want to remove the quarter. I don't want the quarter. I don't want the year because it's just 1 year. So it's just month. So now you can see month is from January to December. Simple. All right. And then this is the total sales. Okay, so go back to Siti Nurfaiza question. How about combo chart? Okay, usually for this chart, line chart, total sales, we can combo with the quantity, which is this one. So not all top sales have biggest quantity. Somehow, small quantity have bigger sales. Sometimes bigger quantity have a small sales, right? So this is the analysis part. Okay, so for this one, I will use the combo instead of line chart. I will use this combo, line and stack column chart, which is the combo. All right. So you have these two. So usually I will use this one. For bar chart, I will stack. And then usually for total sales, I will put on the line chart. So I will drag this one, drop down to the line chart, make it just like the line chart just now we did. And then drag the quantity, put on the column y-axis. Easy, right? So this is the combo chart. It's simple, Power BI. Everyone can build your own dashboard, your own reporting. It's just you want to understand what you want to show to the people, the viewer, so that they understand what you want to try to explain. Okay, so for this one, you need to adjust. Same goes to the other chart. Go to the format, your visual, and then first I will change the title. Sum of all the sum of I remove, and the ringgit, so I remove. Oh, this one also I remove, sorry. And then what else? Maybe you can turn on the data label. So go to visual, data label, and now show all the data label. Okay. So it's in 1 hour, basically, if you understand how to use this one, you can create a simple dashboard. I can call this one a simple dashboard. All right. Okay, so far, any question before I proceed? You have any?
Dengar tak?
Dengar.
Alright. Okay, saya ada question. Sebab saya tengok dalam row list tadi kan, dia ada quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3 tu.
Betul.
So from that, macam mana kita nak setting yang kita nak data tu, if let's say lah, kita dah set up semua ni, so kita nak data tu, kita just nak tengok quarter 1 je. Boleh ke?
Boleh. So let's say I remove this date, I redrag to x-axis. Now you have all this one, but you just want to know the quarter 1, right? So let's say this one I remove. So it's just quarter and month. Basically, usually you can later that one I will show in this one. There's a one features which called slicer. This one is for you to understand, like, okay, this is by quarter like this, and then this is other step lah. If you want to know, like, very simple, so you need to, there is a button here, drill down, for you to drill and go back to the overall. All right. If you drill down, drill up, then if you click on the quarter one, you understand, you can get all this information. That is one. Okay. So I don't want this one because it's not like the best practice. Okay, so I keep the month because you asked for this one. So we will going to create one more, not chart. There is a one so-called filter. Okay, let me adjust this one first. Filter. Go to your visualization here and then find the slicer. So its name is slicer. The name is slicer. So click on the slicer. Click on the slicer. And then what it asks is fill. So what you need to drag is the quarter because you want the quarter to fill like quarter 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you drag the date. So what happened? Now it's giving date. Okay. Okay, this is a very simple one. Okay. So date, it will appear like this. So let's say I don't want the date. Okay, I put one more slicer. Okay, later I will adjust this space because it's too tight. Let's say I want to know about tart and pastry. Tart and pastry. So I click here and then put the item type group on field. So giving the different like interface, because for this one it's just click here and you can know which one is pastry or tart. But for date, you need to adjust the date, the range date, or you can put here and then you can adjust in the format here. But for quarter, let's see if we have, okay, that's good. Basically for, if you want to create like filtering by quarter, right? You need to have one field for one column for quarter. Or if you want to have like by month, you need to have one column for month only. Okay, that one you need to transform or customize in the Power Query just now before we add into Power BI. Okay, because we already have the quarterly field. So instead of we use the date, okay, I remove the date. I change this one to quarter, which is this one. Now you have by quarter. All right. And then if you want to change this format, instead of this slicer setting vertical list, you can change to tile like this or drop down if there's a few lists. So you need to drop. So if there's just a 4 list like this, I prefer use the tile and then make it smaller. Same goes to the item type group. Change to tile because just 2 type. And then make it smaller. Yeah. And then I will expand this height a little bit. 850. All right. So I just bring this one. Oops. Give some space. Okay, so make it bigger and make it this one bigger. And this one I want to make it the font size to 32. And change the color to blue color. Right, simple. And then once you complete all this dashboard, you want to make it nicer, like you change the coloring, the format. So let's say instead of this one, it's very clean, right? So usually I will add like some shadow for each of this chart. So let's say this one, I click on the chart And then there's a setting under general effect. So you can change the background color, or usually I just put shadow. So it'd be like this, there's some shadow here. So I can make it all shadow. Simple, but it look nicer. And then same goes to this one. I will put some shadow effect. All this slicer. Right. Okay, that's good. And then you can change the background color. You need to click on the background and then go to your format page here. So instead of just now, there's a difference between background and wallpaper. Background is we coloring all outside the canvas. So we just focus on the wallpaper. All right. So we take usually the color with contrast. If you have a white background, and then the wallpaper will be a bit darker. So usually I will put like this contrast with the background and the font. So font is the black, blue, dark blue, and the background is white, and then the background of wallpaper is same as color as the font. So now you have your first dashboard. All right. So if you want to know by quarterly, so just click on quarter one and all change to quarter one. Click on quarter two, all change to quarter two. Simple. Everyone can do your the dashboard actually, if you know how it's work. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot to change this title. Yeah. Okay, that's good. So any question? Any question? I hope you understand how you can build your first dashboard. You can use the raw data that I provided. Okay, so you can try, make sure you download first the Power BI desktop and install. Then you can use this software to create your first dashboard. I hope you understand what I'm show this one. Okay, so this is the dashboard. So I go back to slide to summarize. What have we done here? Which one? Okay. So once done, there's a principle of data visualization or the dashboard. The first one, before you create the dashboard or reporting, you need to know who your audience. All right, know your audience. So if you want to build a dashboard for manager, so what the manager want to know? If you build for the top management, what they want to know. Okay, that's the one principle that I always ask before do a dashboard. Then the second one, keep things simple. Don't cram everything in one dashboard. All right. So focus because you want to make people to understand when hover or view the report. So if just sales, just create a sales dashboard. If you want to create like other things, so separate the dashboard, separate the reporting. And then three, use the right chart type. Okay, there's a lot of chart there. And then you need to identify which chart is the best suit for every data that you have. And then four, use color wisely. All right, just now I show you how the color contrast, dark blue and white. So make it contrast. Don't make like your font is darker and then also the background make dark, same dark as the font. So people will not understand and cannot read what you want to show. Lastly is highlight the most important information. Don't put everything in the dashboard. If they want to deep dive about the data, you need to have separate reporting, separate dashboard. You focus on that part. Okay. So this is the dashboard. All right. And then lastly, the dashboard layout. There's a few dashboard layout. Okay. This is what the one that I usually doing. Which one is this? The first one is layout one. So the top one is the title, and then this small center, sometimes we put company logo or whatever. And on top right here is the slicer. You can put how many slices you want. And then you have summary data here, the scorecard, and the chart. All right. So this chart is maximum is 6. So you can reduce the chart like this 2, you want to merge, so it's become 5, or this below you can merge 3, this 3, just now what we did, the combo chart. And then we have the layout B, same goes, this is the title, the logo, scorecard, and then the filtering, which is the slicer. You can have a multiple slicer here, and the chart. Right? And layout C. So instead of slicer put on top, you can put on left side. All right. I think that's all from me. Okay, I think that's all. And this is just the sample. So this sample you can get from online. Okay. That's all from me. If you have any so far any question you want to ask other than what I showed just now. All good. How about the rest? Leong, Iskandar, Chiong. All right. Okay. I hope you understand. And you can try to do the dashboard. All right. Try to download the data and download the Power BI desktop and try to do whatever I teach you just now. Okay. I think that's all from my side. Thank you so much. I pass back this session to Husnina.
All right, thank you, Mr. Fikri, for the excellent presentation on building your first dashboard with Microsoft Power BI. So before concluding, I would like to inform that regarding your certificates, please note that all participants, your attendance has been successfully recorded. Other than that, your course status will be updated to completed after this session. So you will receive your e-certificate through the NTW portal upon successful completion of the TE assessment. And the certificate can be generated from the applied course section of your individual profile. Other than that, for the video recording of this session, it will be available on our YouTube channel, Excel Academy Malaysia, by Monday next week. So before we end the session, let us look at the upcoming public training courses offered by Excel Academy. So for the Microsoft trainings, these sessions are confirmed. So we encourage you to register for these courses as they are confirmed to proceed as scheduled. So we have Microsoft Excel basic level, intermediate level, and also data analytics and visualization tools. Other than that, we also have digital marketing training, which on social media marketing and digital marketing masterclass. We also have AI tools training on introduction to AI tools for enhancing office productivity, and also ChatGPT and AI tools for content creation and marketing. And lastly, we also have Canva Design Bootcamp. So if you are interested in enrolling in one of these courses, please contact us. So that marks the end of today's session. Thank you all for your participation. Thank you to Mr. Fikri for the great session, and also have a good day to everyone. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you and have a good day. Bye.
All right, thank you. Bye.